for their team. Will Icon make their way to day number 2? Everyone's set, the last series of the day. And off we go. Mikoski and Skippy both play that to the corner. CJ does find Express as Icon move back down to the orange half.
And I think E-Ray might even be rocking the Alpha hat and Alpha boost, so he is a serious player.
Just by the items alone. I can't take it
By the items alone, I'm not even kidding.
I know you are. CJ scores though, and it's 1-0 Icon.
CJ striking first in this one. A clear attempt perfectly controlled by CJ. He waits for it off the bounce. You can see the defender getting baited in. That was just a perfect play from CJ to get this one started.
And we're really finding out about Nitrox as this series goes on. We'll see how they can respond after this early goal from Icon. Express catching this with Shady following closely, and he takes this himself. Shady looking for a shot off the backboard, can't get it. CJ follows it up. Quick shot from Express denied by Skippy. Mikoski wanted to follow it up, but it forces E-Rain back. And now another shot by CJ, turned away by Skippy.
And I'm not sure if the ball has left the Nitrox half.
Now Icon has really locked them down right now. Mikoski able to get it to at least midfield, but Express just slaps it away from him. Now Skippy has a chance. Does get it out to the corner, but some room with Express. And it just goes back over to CJ. Unpressured. Up high, Shady has a second touch, but it's straight back out to midfield. Express has to play it back in. So far, well, it's a quick pass through midfield. And a win for E-Rain. Express trying to handle it out to the corner. He does the CJ. Challenged by Skippy. E-Rain coming across the pitch to make that touch, but no follow-up forthcoming here for Nitrox. And E-Rain, an awkward landing out down, but they do clear it back away. Mikoski, shot on, blocked by Shady.
And you know, I'm a little worried now, Drew, because I can see that it is not Alpha Boost, so that is going to be
well, James,
a rough situation.
You might have found out why I laughed at you. Just kidding. Back out to the corner, Shady fighting against Skippy. CJ trying to clear that out as well. Nitrox finally getting some headway here in the blue half. Shady picking this up. CJ follows it up again. Closely, E-Rain can't handle it. CJ squares up in the box. It's knocked out to the opposite corner here of Nitrox territory.
And we'll see how Nitrox can start battling out of their own. Have a wonderful infield pass. That one's saved by Akatsuki. Now a long-range clear. Not much boost for Express, but he does get back in time. We're starting to see some life, but a double commit. This is a numbers advantage here for Icon.
And CJ won the challenge as well. Just off the back wall, CJ demoed out. Skippy gonna clear it right back the other way.
A good defense here from Nitrox. They're getting long clears, but we'll have to see if they can put together some kind of coordinated attack.
Mikoski trying to test the backboard. Express takes it away. E-Rain, his shot too light. Now Express back to CJ. Challenged, but still heading towards the back wall of Nitrox. Mikoski under that. Express has the shot, but it's too high. CJ finds his way through, and he's denied by E-Rain. Picked up by Akatsuki.
That goal line save, keeping Nitrox in this one. But Icon revving their engines, coming back to attack even more.
Shady splits the defenders. Express doesn't have the goal.
He was about 5 boosts away from making that play happen, but still not out of the woods yet. The shot.
Oh, saved by Skippy, followed up by Akatsuki. Hanging on, the defense is great, but they're still down by 1 with a minute left. Skippy trying to carry this out for Nitrox. Shady back to Express. Express just wide of the net, cleared away again by E-Rain. It's been great goaltending, James.
Even that play there, that was a tough read, and he gets a massive clear downfield, and now the shot!
They blocked by Express. 45 seconds.
A heroic stand so far from Nitrox, but they've got to get one. That shot saved again on the goal line. So many goal line saves.
They might actually be NA Echo Zulu with these saves. E-Rain shot. It's good! They score!
And they tie it up. 28 seconds left on the clock. The defense was enough to hold on to get to this point, and E-Rain from deep gets that shot on target. We're tied up, baby.
Wow. Icon held on to the lead for as long as they could. They tried to add to it so many times. And they have been denied at the gates. Express.
Oh, that was a scary moment right there. Express had to get to that one in time. Nitrox is here to play.
Breakaway for E-Rain. Back to Akatsuki. Takes it slow across. And saved by CJ. Wins that challenge cleanly. Shady up quickly for this. Back downfield, Rain. Booms it. Express responds with his own. Both members of Nitrox up for that. They'll let it drop.
And we have overtime. This was unexpected. Nitrox, a team of unknown players, going up against Icon, a big name from OCE. Now, early on in overtime, too much for Nitrox. Shady will bully his way through.
Bounces off the ramp. CJ pass right to Shady, and Shady puts it right under the defense. A great pass from CJ. Great recognition and awareness of the defensive position. And Icon, well, it looks scary for the last minute or so there.
But that was a fun game to watch. The heroic stand on the goal line multiple times, getting those saves.
8 saves.
And then the counterattack as well to get the equalizer. But very quickly in overtime, Shady just timing his jump well, flipping to the side where he knows the player's going to try to be clearing it, just blocking that exit for the ball, and he's able to force it through for the overtime winner.
And for Nitrox, there is no reason to feel down at all. Holding Icon after they put 13 shots on net, held them to 2 goals, and it took an overtime to make it happen. You beat them on the transition once. You have a good mark going for you. You're doing it on stage, and nobody watching knows who you are. And you put on that kind of performance, it bodes well heading into game 2 for Nitrox. But Icon, definitely credit to being able to hang on. Sometimes when a team surges back like that, it can slightly get into your head, and you might make a slight error where you wouldn't have before, but they hang on in overtime.
That was a close call. Icon, however, did control most of that game. They were setting the pace. They were putting in the shots on target, forcing the saves out from Nitrox. Nitrox were able to hang with it for most of that game, but can they keep doing that? If they give Icon that much space and that much time to keep taking shots, it's unlikely that we'll see another overtime, Jorby.
Well, Nitrox gonna look to set it right here in game number 2. It hasn't been the easiest go for Icon in this tournament so far. And CJ, leader of this squad, looks to take Icon to day number 2. The game 2 victory will put them within sweep territory. So far, quick pass, Shady to CJ. No power, and Express challenged on the play by Duskippy. Now a Rain on the challenge back over to Akatsuki. Akatsuki wins this off the corner. Express booms it to CJ. Quick transition for Icon. Bounces off the ramp. It's Express's ball. He's got it. Quick follow. CJ, it's there. Bounces off the ceiling. And not a shot for Shady, too wide. And he plays it away as Express came in for it. CJ turns around for Akatsuki. It's a pass to Duskippy, and it bounces off the post and out. Trying to keep it in. Nothing for Nitrox.
A close call there for Nitrox. We saw some sloppy play from Icon trying to follow up their scoring opportunity. And then on the other end, Nitrox coming within millimeters of putting that one in. That one off the post and out.
Midfield, Akatsuki's there. CJ. He's denied by Duskippy. Express slowing it down, waiting for this next touch. How does he play it? He gives it to Shady. CJ just wide of the net. Shot in for Express. It's off the post. And Demo takes away one defender for Nitrox. E-Rain losing the challenge to CJ. A huge win for CJ as the rest of his team was getting set. And now the shot, wide again, Icon. They have the opportunity. The shot accuracy is not there. CJ, flex your guns, doesn't matter. Tries to bully his way through all three defenders, can't do it. Nitrox somehow keep away clean. Again, E-Ray with another save.
E-Rain with the save, and now Akatsuki with the dribble. He's gonna get shut down, but now's the chance. Forcing the double commit out. They have to keep this pressure going.
Knocked up high. CJ being met in midfield. You feel like Nitrox are speeding up, but here comes Icon. Shot in for CJ. This one's on target. They have the lead.
It just seemed like a matter of time. Again, it's just been a shot after shot situation for Icon. This one, a pass right down to CJ. It comes off the bounce, which will allow CJ to get a lot of power behind his shot, and he certainly does. Icon getting out ahead in the lead.
It does Skippy. A quick out to E-Rain, denied by Express. Shady losing the challenge to Duskippy. And now CJ on the give, gets the bump onto Akatsuki. Shady takes the pass from Express. What a play by Icon.
And again, more shooting lanes open for Icon. That time, the little pop there, and then the player getting bumped out of the play, and the shot coming in afterwards. Icon starting to pull away.
Still some time left for Nitrox. They haven't been able to get a lot of offense going overall. Defense is great. They have to be able to put some consistent pressure on Icon. Shady keeps this close. Played away by Akatsuki. The shot by Express denied, but up high. Shady. Back over to CJ. Looking for a hard clear out. The gaps managed well by Icon. Does Skippy. That's a high ball. That's a give to CJ. Maybe looking for a harder touch out to a teammate. Just hasn't been there. They meet in midfield. Here's E-Rain. Just not able to get onto it. Now Express will head the other way with the ball. 1:30 left. Nitrox still looking for their first goal.
Solid backboard defense there from Nitrox, however, not letting that bounce out. Now the shot, again, saved. The defense, definitely a highlight for this Nitrox team. But they need that offense, and two players committing there, but E-Rain bails them out.
They're still not able to get it past their own corner. This time off the ceiling, CJ cuts it off quickly. Now Duskippy with some space. Kicks it past midfield as CJ finds Shady. Back over to Express. Met again by Akatsuki. Gets it by one defender, CJ. Back to make the save. Makes one miss. Makes another miss. Off the harassment from Shady. Express has the breakaway. Off the back wall. Has the second touch in front of the box, but no good just yet. CJ's shot right into Akatsuki. 30 seconds for Nitrox here in game 2. They just haven't been able to work their way towards the blue half in any consistent manner. A good boomer by Akatsuki, but they have to score with time left.
And it doesn't look like it's going to happen, Jarby. Icon locking things down, starting to get into their groove.
And for Nitrox, a lot of these touches have just been high, away from teammates, and Icon have taken advantage of it every step of the way. And they've tried to find each other in space. The touches just aren't there. And sometimes when they're there, they look good. They just need to find that consistency in those touches in their own half to be able to break out of midfield. But Icon have taken it to match point. One more game, and they will be headed to day 2.
Icon keeping the pressure on, putting on the shots, out shooting Nitrox 10-1. Express getting both of these assists. CJ and Shady splitting those goals. But Icon keeping their heads calm. They're letting Nitrox sit back. And they're just taking the space, taking the shots, and they know eventually they're going to get them in.
I mean, Nitrox haven't been able to get it past their own third half the time. And so it's just been so spread out for Icon. They've covered every gap. And the clears haven't been hard enough. They haven't been fast enough. It just hasn't worked out for Nitrox. They need to get more power on these touches if they want to play this long clear game, because right now they're just giving up possession.
You know, they're opting to play that defensive game. They know that Icon is a team that has superior firepower. And how do you combat that? You plan on playing defense and you hope for those counterattack opportunities. I don't think it's a bad game plan. I think it's keeping them close. They went to overtime in game 1. It was just 2-0 this game. So they just have to figure out a way to get more of those counterattack opportunities. Perhaps let one player stay up a little bit more so you can try to find them on the outlet. That's how we saw them score last game.
And if you're Icon, just keep the pressure up. You're winning these challenges. You have them beat to the ball. There is no need to change anything up if you're Icon, despite 16 saves so far in total in this series from Nitrox. No Icon. Looking to get to day number 2 with a sweep. Can they get it done, or will Icon have to continue to fend off Nitrox? This one in front. Shot is good for Irain. Nitrox are the first to strike.
Irain getting an early goal 9 seconds in. You see Akatsuki going up there, and then the pop back off the defender from Icon. Irain recognizes his opportunity, and that is exactly what you have to do. When you are the underdog, you're not going to get many opportunities. But when you do get them, you have to put them away. They did exactly that.
Especially when you've been saving as well as you have in this series. You have an early lead. It's big for Nitrox. CJ takes this himself, sends it in front, but it is denied. And a good clear by Duskippy to bring it back to the blue back wall. And now it's Nitrox looking to get aggressive. Duskippy already up for this. CJ can't handle it. It's a race towards the ball. Akatsuki cuts too wide. Irain keeping it against the back wall. Just trying to find the challenge. Shady comes up with it. CJ hits it back downfield. Looking for the shot and denied again. Almost a new look here for Nitrox as they look to get out of their own half. They've done it a couple of times, and there is Duskippy keeping the way with Express. The shot by CJ, knocked away by Akatsuki.
In the first half, they've already had 2 very good scoring opportunities, putting one away. We'll see if their defense can hold up like it has been.
Well, Duskippy able to get to that jump from his own third for it.
And back-to-back challenges from Nitrox, keeping this ball in Icon's half.
Well, Duskippy, he cheated up a little bit on the play, but he does get back to it. Express on the side wall, picked up. CJ trying to slow that one down past the Nitrox defense. Better carries from Nitrox as well. But slowly Icon are gaining possession. And as I say that, of course, a shot on target as Express has to bang it off the crossbar to make a save. CJ to Shady, denied by Irain, but it's right back to CJ. Net's open, Express scores, and Icon tie the game.
And the counterattack too strong from Icon. CJ putting that ball over. Irain trying to help out, but he actually does some damage. And then CJ getting that extra little touch. Express will clean that up. They needed better defense in the corner for Nitrox had they wanted to prevent that opportunity, and now Icon right back in the game.
Duskippy gonna flip it over. Express hits this down. Akatsuki looking for a touch up high. CJ following it close. The ball for Duskippy. Throws it up towards Irain, but Express was already up. Shady having to fight off a bump as well. Oh, a miss from CJ, and maybe expecting Express to keep the carry. Irain up for this, looking for a tap. But ends up to the opposite side. Still, it's Nitrox hunting for this goal. About half a game left. Irain squares up against Shady. Express fighting around and taking a long turn as Akatsuki.
And I love the patience there from Akatsuki. The communication seems to be working well for Nitrox. They were able to prevent the double commit, keep this ball in the Icon half, and now they're getting this extended attack going.
Going for demos as well in their rotation out. Kind of crack a hole in Icon's defense. Icon only 2 shots registered, and they put on almost 30 in the first 2 games. Express up for CJ under this. Oh, CJ 2-1 for Icon.
CJ showing us his mechanical ability here, going up, flip reset, getting that shot. That is what you expect to see from the OCE superstar. And it all started with a missed challenge at the half field by one of the Nitrox players. You cannot give Icon more opportunities. And CJ executing so well.
They needed CJ not only just the leader of the squad on the field, making it happen here for Icon. Kokoski. One blocked off. Skippy up high off the ceiling. Rain not able to find room. CJ from midfield. Icon slowly ramping up here in game number 3. They already have the lead and a minute left. Nitrox, the offense, it's been spotty. Can they just get one more to tie this up? They had the lead early. They couldn't hang on to it for long. E-Rain. He wanted Akatsuki, but Akatsuki too close to him on the other side. That's going to come off the back wall. Uncontested, shady shot wide. And now E-Rain looking to take it up, looking to get past Express. He does, but Express wins the bout. Skippy from midfield, looking for his man, and it's denied by Shady. Express on the rebound. E-Rain picks this up from the corner. Shady there to cut off the lane. Now Skippy back to the corner, but nobody will be able to follow up for Nitrox. 30 seconds left. The transition, almost the killer. But they hang on still, looking for the shot. There it is! Skippy scores for Nitrox. They have the tie.
And talk about clutch. 21 seconds left. The pinch pass into the middle to Skippy. Ready and waiting.
21 seconds. Looking. Hunting. Can Nitrox stay alive? In front. Off the ceiling. Icon. From midfield, do they have a play? Off the sidewall, CJ. Denied there, and unless Nitrox have a play here, they don't. We got overtime, James.
In this overtime, this is it for Nitrox. Their tournament will end here unless they can get this upset over Icon in game 3. A double commit. This is bad.
And Shady on the transition, and CJ, no, he can't do it. Opposite side, misses. Big break for Nitrox. Express looking for CJ, denied by E-Rain. Needs a follow-up from Akatsuki. It's not there, but he's still got space. And E-Rain takes this one away. Express gives away for Shady, just off the back wall and denied by Akatsuki. Still, Icon are looking just above the crossbar. Shot in for CJ. Icon move to day 2.
And how fitting is it that the captain from Icon, the OCE Icon himself, getting that game winner, the series winner, as Icon sweep it over Nitrox.
It looked shaky at times, but for the most part, solid.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
It was.
This team, Nitrox, coming out of nowhere, entertaining us. 2 overtime games against Icon. That was a blast, Jorby.
And it really just blew expectations out of the water. GG's to Nitrox. Came out here and really brought it to the OCE boys. And what a day of DreamHack we've had. We're going to close it out on the desk with Dreadnought and the boys. Dread?
Very much there, Jorby, and it was a very intense match coming out from those two rosters, but at the end of the day, Icon, you know, the expertise and kind of experience that we expected from them, what we knew from them, it really came to light. I felt like at almost all points throughout that series.
Yeah, they prevailed, but it was closer than expected, and Icon will definitely have to clean up a little bit going into day number 2. But the most important thing is you go to day number 2, everyone has a clean slate now. So for Icon, just get some rest and get ready for day number 2.
I mean, really a battle of inexperience versus experience, but honestly, you got to give it to Nitrox, just pulling out at least a little bit of a calming performance. I thought they were going to be a lot more shaky, but they managed to keep it close, go to overtime, and I mean, it was a 3-0. But it still felt a little bit close and definitely a tense series.
Yeah, that was something we were actually noting in the back while watching the game, was how ridiculously calm that roster was. Even if they were scoring, it was kind of just like, yeah, it's all good. When they were getting scored on, they were very kind of cool and calm throughout the entirety of it, but just not enough to eke ahead.
And honestly, like, if that was me my first time on stage playing against a team like Icon, I would have been nervous, man.
Yeah.
But these guys were like, you know what? It's just another day in Rocket League for them, and they look pretty good doing it. Maybe we'll see them some more later on.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see what we get out of them, but here we take a glance out of what we got from them here with our top 3.
We'll probably see a lot of plays from Icon. They did control the pace of play for the most part throughout. We see CJ right there. A nice trap play there to just get a 1v1 opportunity. And CJ, he's scoring those.
It's all about controlling the game, just staying calm, especially if you're Icon. You just want to relax, play your game. You're going up against people you probably have never heard of, and you just want to stay calm and collected.
And we just see it here, again, it was a very close series, right? That last game, it could have went either way. But at the end of the day, Team Icon, they move on. They get to day number 2 for the second straight DreamHack and hoping to make day number 3.
Even finding himself a flip reset there at the very end for that final goal. And with us here is the man with the flip reset. It is CJ himself. CJ, great performance and congratulations there on the victory. But I got to go ahead and ask, how much does DreamHack Dallas mean towards your roster, especially knowing what you're going to be able to see in the future considering international play?
Yeah, well, obviously it was pretty heartbreaking to make Worlds. We lost 2 Game 7s, so we're going to use DreamHack as a bit of a stepping stone to Worlds, but now it's sort of our grand final, the DreamHack Dallas and Valencia. So we're really looking to put on a show and perform well and, see what happens.
So these 2 tournaments, are they that important to you to salvage your 2019?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we haven't really had the best performances internationally, and I guess beating Splice last DreamHack was pretty cool, and we're certainly looking to make day 3 today and really push ourselves into 2019.
Right, and going into day 2 and day 3, honestly, is there a specific team that you really want to show up against and just prove that you were the dominant team, whether it's Renegades or anybody?
Yeah, I think we got Barca first up tomorrow. So I lost to Bluey back in season 4, I believe. I got spanked by him when he was on PSG. So definitely looking for some revenge against him. So it should be fun.
So did you watch your brethren play earlier with the Renegades and Drip A? Because I know that all of you guys are extremely close and are always rooting on each other. So were you out in the crowd watching those games?
Yeah, 100%. We were getting behind the Renegades. And obviously Drip. I never really was an EG fan, but as soon as he hopped on over there, I was straight on behind him.
Nice.
Well, it's super awesome to be able to see, the support, but then also the performance here. And I wish you the best of luck going forward, especially, knowing that this is going to be the things that matter here for the roster of Icon. But we are not done with DreamHack Dallas. We have day number 2 action to look forward to. And let's go ahead and take a glance at what that looks like now that we have proceeded here throughout day number 1, because things get juicier. You notice our teams have now cut in half.
Yes, but we see those 2-1 records, but those won't matter tomorrow. But CJ, since we have you up here, what's that group that you're looking out for that's that group of death?
Oh, both of them, really. This is why DreamHack's so good. I mean, 32 teams, any team can come and enter, and it's going to be pretty intense.
Yeah, your group is pretty tough, though, man. You got Energy and Vitality and Barcelona plus PG. That is a stacked group, I would say.
And that's the matchup I'm looking forward to so much. I have been waiting to see NRG take on Vitality and see how that plays out.
Yeah, I'm super intimidated, actually. Now that we see the bracket in form, I can't help but feel like we've been theory crafting. We knew that it was going to come down to this. But once you see the teams actually stacked, you start going if I was to make my way through that, which sadly, I'm sorry, CJ, you actually have to go through this thought process. It's if I was to make my way through, which one would I prefer? And you're like, can I get a group C? And it's just me sitting at the top. Yeah. My goodness, it is going to be a doozy there. But I do agree with you, Gibbs. Group B is the one that when I look at, I start going my goodness, that is going to be some competition. And I wish you the best of luck going through that.
Thanks
there,
very
Icon.
much.
Boys, here as we conclude through our day number 1, is there anything that you like to say now, maybe recapping on what we've experienced here throughout day number 1 of DreamHack Dallas?
Well, I just want to shout out the fans here in Dallas, because it's Friday, and normally, the crowd takes a little while to get involved, but that was a packed house out there, and they were having a lot of fun, so it's really cool to see. I can't wait for Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, and I just want to emphasize on the fact that this is DreamHack, and we've seen so many teams go against each other that we never would have been able to see in any other season. So I'm just excited to see how it plays out and, these crazy matchups that we get to, view.
And CJ, normally you haven't been here the whole broadcast, but I'm just feeling a little wild. Do you have any closing thoughts here for the rest of day number 1?
I mean, both OCE teams made day 2, so if you're watching at home, get behind them, baby. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get a day 3 berth.
All right, well, first off, before we close things out here today, we have to give a shout out to the sponsors, those who bring DreamHack Pro Circuit and DreamHack Dallas to life. And that is going to be between Chipotle, BF Goodrich, Psyonix, DreamHack, Monster, and esportmanagement.com. Those are the ones who are making it all possible, and we'd like to say a huge thank you to them. That is going to be the conclusion here of day number 1 of DreamHack Dallas and the DreamHack Pro Circuit. But we have 2 more days of amazing Rocket League action, so be sure to tune into that.